This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that delay
This is a
you're
demonstration
experiencing
of
in
Wirecast.
audio. Wasn't even aware there wasn't any audio output for the first 10 minutes or so. Have to forgive me. Still getting used to this this new and latest Wirecast program, which we did not use last year. I went back and reviewed the stream from last night. Looks like there's a watermark that flashes up from time to time, and the audio from the program. Right now, we're on the free trial version, so we're hoping to at some point improve in that respect. But this is a free service, which is why you're experiencing some problems from time to time. We'll try, of course, to keep those to a minimum. And again, the more comfortable I get with it, this is only my second time using it. Fewer problems you should experience. So sorry about that. And welcome again. Thanks for joining us and taking time out of your Friday morning to tune in to some Wildcats hockey. This is day 2 of our Wichita Falls main camp here at K. Yeager Coliseum. Your score right now, 1-1. Red and black, the two teams squaring off. The two teams who won their games last night, both in pretty impressive fashion. Red up 5-2 over blue and black up 6-2 over yellow. So some high-scoring games, and this one off to a good start. 1-1 the score. Scoring for Red first, John Scala with a nice short side snipe over the glove hand of the black goaltender. Shortly afterwards, it was Black who would respond. It was David Weisberg of the Jersey Shore Wildcats, whose new head coach is here helping us scout. So that's another great addition to our scouting team here. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who these goaltenders are because the numbers do not match what I've got on my roster here. So excuse me a minute. I'm going to verify who these goaltenders are, and I'll be right back with you. Stand by.
Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Sorry about that. I got confirmation from Coach LaFontaine.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
goaltenders we saw were pretty impressive. Unfortunately for them, that spot will be more tough to crack than any other because the Wildcats do have a returning goaltender coming in Julian Syme, who has made a bit of a name for himself here in the Wichita Falls community. He knows Coach
This
Nelson
is a
well, and the
demonstration of
other Wildcats
Wirecast.
veterans who will be returning not only know him, but absolutely love him to death. So his spot not secure by any means, but will be tough to beat him out for it, that's for sure. And another very, very highly touted goaltender from Finland, Eero Salminen, who is here. Knew Alexi Poikla pretty well before coming over, but the Wildcats during the regular season,
This
Coach
is a
LaFontaine, Coach
demonstration
Nelson,
of
both
Wirecast.
a lot of time scouting and recruiting him. Tom Spear with the Allen Americans, who helped the Wildcats out with their first main camp, also had a lot of good input to say about him. And Salmonen lived up to the hype yesterday, absolutely, with the time that he played. Got a chance, if you were listening last night, you know the story about Eero Salmonen. It's a pretty neat one. His idol, his longtime idol since he was a child growing up, Kari Lettinen with the Dallas Stars, their goaltender. When he arrived here, of course, Jeff Baum and his father with connections to the Dallas Stars. Jeff Baum Sr., a car salesman for a lot of the players for the NHL's team in Dallas. So because JB was allowed to skate out there at the Dallas Stars camp, Eero Salmonen was able to get some ice time. He was able to skate around with his childhood hero growing up in Kari Lettinen. So what a treat for that young man, Eero Salmonen.
Of Wirecast.
First experience coming to the United States, hopping off the plane and getting to skate with your childhood hero. That's incredible. And now he's here doing pretty well at the Wildcats main camp. Again, that position is by no means locked into one or even two players, so the goaltenders doing everything they can to impress and to keep the puck out of the net at all costs. Here's a 2-on-1 for Black.
Of Wirecast.
Hatton with the puck had a goal last night, tried to stuff it in, sprawling to save it. Ben Churchfield, the goaltender, who made the save. So just received word about Ben Churchfield from Coach LaFontaine that he is a native of England, played for the Portland Pirates before coming here. Not a whole lot of kids from England over the years here in Wichita Falls, so that's neat. And if he makes the team, we'll be sure to get lots of interviews with him. I know a lot of people are fascinated by the English accent. I'm one of them. Red will exit their own zone.
This is a demonstration
Snapshot
of Wirecast.
Taken by Garrett Anderson from the Omaha AAA Lancers, and the save made again by number 20, Ryan Spencer. Spencer will cover it up again. 10:18 to go. It's been a low-scoring, tight game thus far. 1-1 the score. John Scala with the first tally for the Red Squad, and it was answered by David Weisberg of the Wildcats AAA affiliate team, or Tier 3 affiliate team, I should say, the Jersey Shore Wildcats. A couple of players from the Jersey Shore trying to make the big club down here in Wichita Falls. Body check put on by Blake Ripley in the far corner.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Now it's Joseph DiGiulio. He will lose it. Trevor Henson Back behind his own net, the sizable defenseman standing at 6'3", 200 pounds. Demantas Sipis, the Lithuanian, plans on returning to the Wildcats for next season. He has one more year of eligibility. But for whatever reason, should he not return, the Wildcats are going to have to do something to replace his size. No one even came close to him last season until Trent Dillinger was brought on board. Tom Sipis standing at 6'5", only listed as 200. I think he added quite a bit of muscle in mid-season. I'm sure he's quite a few pounds over that mark now, but aside from him, the Wildcats' D-core was nothing but mobility and skill, not a whole lot of size. Demantas Sipis brought that intangible aspect to his game that even though he wasn't the most physical guy, he's kind of a smooth skating defenseman, preferred to use his stick over his body, but regardless of that, his size still would put fear into his opponents. I don't care how much of a softie he is. 6'5" player who's standing on top of skates to add a few inches on top of that and looks the way he does, as they're not going to want to get anywhere near him. And Black has just tallied again.
Of Wirecast.
2 unanswered goals. And I have not seen the number of the goal scorer just yet. Trying to spot his digits right now. Looks like 15. Zach McKenna, who's had a very good camp. Coach LaFontaine was talking about it yesterday, how impressed he's been with him. Zach McKenna, the ex-Sugarland Imperial. Very, very strong season up there last year. 97 born. He's got a couple of years left of eligibility now. He's really hoping to make this team this year. If I'm not mistaken, he was somebody who was also on the Wildcats protected list. McKenna finally with his first goal of the camp. 2-1 the score in favor of Black. And shooting with it there was number 16 Braxton Kilgore, and a stop was made by the goaltender for Black, Ryan Spencer. Only conceded 1 thus far. 6:45 to go in the first half of Game 3 of the Wichita Falls main camp. And there's a bullet off the crossbar. Peter Hatton nearly with the second goal of the camp. What a shot by him. I think it hit the elbow of the net. Hatton's got it behind the red net now. Cycles it around the half boards, and it's turned over at the blue line. So Red off the other direction on a 4-on-1. 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, pad save by Spencer. And the follow-up drive from the slot goes off target and hits the back of the net by Sammy Farion after it rattles off the backboard glass. That was some incredible passing by the Red squad. Unfortunately, have not memorized the names to numbers just yet. So I wasn't really able to identify who was a part of that play. It all happened so quickly, but very impressive passing. No doubt about that. And you love to see that at this camp, nobody being too selfish when trying to make the right play. And that's what we saw there. Good mix of everything. Some good hits from time to time, good odd man rushes, good goaltending. Power move to the net. Avery Smith couldn't stuff it in. The ex-Dallas Stars elite player.
This is
knows Tony Curtali well.
Wirecast.
Does Zachary Black, Ty Black, Braxton Kilgore, Christopher Salmon, Dawson Plott, Bronson Adams. The list goes on of people who have played for Tony Curtali in the past that are at this camp. Brendan Coughlin, who had 2 goals for Black last night.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Sorry about that, folks. Now Garrett Anderson. Joe Joseph DiGiulio trying to put it on one hand and do a power move to the net. He was protecting it, but didn't have quite enough meat on his bones for a move like that, standing at just 5'8". A for effort.
This is a
Joe Moreno,
demonstration
the
of
Arizona Bobcats, a
Wirecast.
year 2000. So not even eligible to play for the Wildcats if he were to make this team. So he's just here for the experience. Few players like that who don't even expect to make this team because, well, they can't make the team, but they're just here because they think it would be good for them to have this opportunity to spend the $300 to register, to get the experience, to learn from some of the best hockey minds at the junior level and play with some of the best young players in North America. There's a BB from a very sharp angle. Shot was taken by Matthew Taylor. Valiant effort. I think it just rang iron and hit the side of the net ultimately. And now it's behind. Salmon will clear it.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Comes Blake Ripley for Red. Tremendous season this past year for his high school team, and was ended up playing on Team Wisconsin for a little while. Sent into the slot. Braxton Kilgore couldn't get to it. It was picked off before he could collect it, so now it's Matthew Taylor the other way. For Black, he will center. Backhand shot wouldn't go from Zach McKenna, trying to get his second of this first half. 2.5 minutes remain in this first half. 2-1 the score in favor of Black. Hoping to remain undefeated after game 3. For each of them, it's their second game since arriving here. Nisbet, the ex-Bozeman Ice Dog. We're checking, riding Christopher Salmon into the boards. Lying now at the side of the net, it's taken by Nisbet. We'll find an open man in the slot there, and Kyle Nelson, who rips a shot that was blocked. Nelson with a very strong game last night. Nobody's keeping track of shots, but I would venture to say he led the Black squad in them. He was all over the place. Puck covered up now by Ben Churchfield, the English goaltender. Number 2 in red, Bronson Adams.
This is
Get the puck out. Red will try to start the counter. Zachary Black put it behind the opposing net. Good stick work there in the high slot by number 15. That is Ty Black. Keeps the puck alive nicely. Turning with it and pivoting, Nicholas Blastara put it down low and got the return pass in the slot. Good give-and-go play there between he and Ty Black. No luck, however. Good defensive effort made by squad Black, and they are out of their own zone.
This is a demonstration
Kyle
of
Nelson.
Wirecast.
Right side, he's driven into the corner. 3/4 of a minute remain in this first half. And we're going to see if we can't get another guest on the show for the second half. I think last night folks loved to hear from Coach LaFontaine. He did a tremendous job, really helped me out with some of these players whom he helped to recruit, who he obviously knows a lot better than I do. Going to see if we can't get another great hockey mind up here who can speak on some of these players and why they've been brought here and what they've seen from them thus far. Plenty of people up here who I'm sure I can talk to. A couple of scouts, Coach LaFontaine, Paul Baxter, coaches Curtali and Nelson, all up here on the table to my left. Wouldn't want to distract the two of them too much from their scouting, however, so we'll try not to keep them for too long. But stay tuned, everyone. That horn means the first half is over, so we're going to step aside, take a short break. And when we come back, we'll be bringing you coverage of the second half of Red versus Black. Again, the score 2-1 in favor of Black at the moment. The goals have been scored by Zach McKenna and David Weisberg for the Black squad, and for Red, That's who started the scoring, and John Scala of the Pal Junior Islanders, a program which has sent a couple of players our way who were at the first Michigan camp, two of whom were signed to the Wildcats protected list. I remember one of them, Blake Bazzi, who was one of the best players up there, undoubtedly
This is a demonstration of
somebody who would be coming
Wirecast.
to our training camp right off the get-go. I remember watching him thinking he would be making our team. Just extremely confident with the puck and skating through traffic, so he's an ex-Pal Junior Islander, as is John Scala, who's got the only goal for Red the first 32 minutes. Again, non-stop 32-minute halves, the second of which will be brought your way momentarily. In the meantime, stay tuned.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
I mean, I'm hoping to get a guest. John did a
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
now. Yeah.
You're seeing the exact same thing. Great team from that.
Like,
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Your house.
Yeah. All right, folks, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Just a quick update for you here. We're still waiting for the Zamboni to finish its work. 2-1 the score in favor of Black at the moment. The
This is a
32-minute half, the second half
demonstration
will
of
kick off as
Wirecast.
soon as the Zamboni's done and the players are ready after shaving some ice very shortly. Most of them are on the bench waiting, so just be a couple more minutes and then we'll be back. We'll be sure to have a guest speaker on here as well, so stand by for that. We'll be right back with you.
Track of numbers and everything.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Whenever you
This
started it
is a
yesterday,
demonstration of
I said
Wirecast.
over like right when you started it, I plugged my headphones in and I listened to it for a second to see to make sure it was actually running. Yeah, and it ran clearly.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Like listening to your headphones. I got work at 12:30, but one of my friends had
This is
cancer
a
in his back.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Got out, and now he's finally back here from Dallas, and so he's over at the rehab center. And I haven't seen him in a while, so I was gonna take him to Taco Casa and see him before work. So
There you go.
back problems. On, and they finally were able to get the right X-ray done, and they were like, "Oh, you got cancer in your back." And so
This is a
I got that all
demonstration
out. I
of
think he's better now,
Wirecast.
but just sore.
Yeah.
I work at Sam's Club. He works at
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back underway here at K. Yeager Coliseum.
This is a demonstration
Game
of
3,
Wirecast.
game 1 of today, day 2. Wichita Falls main camp. 2-1 the score in favor of the Black Squad. Both of these teams won their first game. They're trying to remain unbeaten through their first 2. Black's 2 goals scored by Zach McKenna, David Weisberg, and Red's goal scored by John Scala. So Black now with 2 unanswered.
This is a demonstration
We've continued
of
seeing what we
Wirecast.
saw yesterday, which was not a whole lot of individual efforts. Everyone's just trying to play like a team out there. They know what these Wildcats coaches are looking for. We've got an entire table to my left, chock full of current and former bench bosses for the Wichita Falls Wildcats over the last 7+
This is a
years.
demonstration of Wirecast.
We've got John LaFontaine, we've got Paul Baxter, we've got Tom Murphy, we've got Tony Curtali, we've got Josh Nelson. Thanks. Sorry about that. Just having a quick word with John LaFontaine.
This is a demonstration
I'd have
of
him on
Wirecast.
a little bit later, though we did have him yesterday, so try to get somebody new. I was speaking with Tony Curtali during the intermission break. He said he's more than willing to jump on here for a few minutes and talk about what he's seeing thus far. So we might be hearing from the Wildcats' new head coach, Tony Curtali. So that could be interesting. I didn't want to go out and ask him if he'd want to, because I know how busy he is scouting and evaluating talent, and I think his insight at this point
of Wirecast.
probably going to be the most valuable, since it is his team now. The reins have been handed over to him, so ultimately it's going to be his decision as what it's going to come down to as far as which players will be a part of the Wildcats' next generation of talent. With it behind his own net, Joseph DiGiulio. Black trying, or behind the opposing net rather, can never tell whose team the goaltenders are on these jerseys. Are really driving me crazy. The goaltending jerseys all yellow despite what team they play for. But Red exit the puck out of their own zone. Crisscrossing in with a couple of slick moves, Judge Schultz out of Mankato East. Ultimately tuck it home. He knows Josh Nelson well, obviously, being from Mankato, where Coach Nelson's alma mater is located, Minnesota State University.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Red will lead the rush back in. Puck goes between the skates of Blake Ripley. The ultimate shot was denied there on Nicholas Blastera by the goaltender, number 19, George McBay, for the Black Squad. McBay, another young man out of HC Dallas, a 98 born. Puck goes out of play in the red zone.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Score remains 2-1. We're nearly halfway, or 5 minutes into this second intermission, or second period here. 21 in black, Matthew Taylor, another HC Dallas boy, gets it out. Black with a 3-on-2. Sent into the slot. Good opportunity, good shot taken by Steven Nisbet, and a nice leather pad save. Eric Anderson, the goaltender from Pikes Peak, making the stop. This will be his last year to make a junior hockey team, so he's going to do everything in his power to crack the initial 30-man roster. Puck poised and control at the blue line there by Peter Hatton, a goal scorer from last night's game, before heading to the bench for a change. Long point shot deflected in. I thought that might have been hit by a high stick, but I don't think they're going to wave it off. Brendan Coughlin took the initial shot.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And I'm not sure which player deflected that shot. Ask Coach LaFontaine if he saw which player got a stick on that and redirected it past the goaltender Eric Anderson, but Black have gone up 3-1. Stand by. So Steven Nisbet. Thank you, Coach. Steven Nisbet with the redirected goal.
Wirecast.
And Coughlin, who had 2 goals last night, the HC Dallas boy. Number 2 in black, defenseman. Took the initial shot. He was tipped home by Steven Nisbet, the former Bozeman Ice Dog. Coach LaFontaine knows him pretty well. Was given credit for the goal. So now 3-1 Black, 7 minutes into the second half. Again, both of these teams have not been defeated yet, hoping to remain unbeaten through their first 2 contests. Black have looked dominant as they did during stages of last night's game. Ty Kozano, the defenseman, leads the rush into the red zone. Behind the red net now, it's 13, Sasha Fiji, who also had a goal last night for Black. And most of these players at this point, most of the forwards at least, for the Black team have scored. Surprisingly, one of the few who hasn't, Kyle Nelson, has been one of their most dominant players.
This is a demonstration
from what I've
of
seen so far, the most balanced team of the bunch. Black, Trevor Henson, the 6'3" defenseman, will bank it around the board, then it comes out. It's another 2-on-1. With it on his stick, Zach McKenna. He's got a man into DeJulio breaking to the net, tried to put it across the ice for him. Hobbled away from his stick. DeJulio with some good puck work, and he scores from the corner. Unbelievable play made by Joseph DeJulio there. Good stick handling, far corner, gave himself some open space and slid the puck 5-hole past the goaltender Eric Anderson, and he makes it 4-1 for Black. DeJulio with his second goal of the camp, his first of the day. Black lead 4-1. Julio, an ex-Arizona Bobcat, standing just 5'8", but he does not let that impede him whatsoever. Saw him try to do a power move earlier on a guy who was almost twice his size. The net's been dislodged, and even with that being the case, the ref still keeps the whistle silent. Finally, he blows it. And he will fix that right post and make sure the guys can keep playing. Both teams complete partial line changes here. 23:35 to go in period 2 of 2 here in Game 3 on Day 2 of the Wichita Falls main camp here at K. Yeager Coliseum. Again, for those of you tuning in, if you're anywhere near the Wichita Falls area and can get an hour or so off work and come enjoy some hockey, don't be afraid to swing by. It's free to the public all weekend long. Today and tomorrow are the big days, at least the long days, I should say. Maybe the biggest day on Sunday. 11 a.m. the start time for the All-Star game, which will take the best of the best seen from these 4 squads and pin the best 2 teams possible against one another in one last game. And In the meantime, about half of these players will be cut
This is a
before that Sunday
demonstration of
afternoon.
Wirecast.
The other half will be pinned up against one another in a last, and when I say last, I mean last opportunity to show what they're made of. Coaches and scouts here for the Wildcats. Zachary Black behind the net. Nicholas Blastera will cage it back to the point. Long shot from there. Garrett Anderson took the initial shot. And I believe it was tipped. Who got a stick on it? Garrett Anderson took the shot from the point, and Red have come back to within 2. It's now 4-2, so Red have finally answered after conceding 4 unanswered. The same thing happened last night in the same order, actually. Black was playing Yellow. Yellow scored first. Black scored 4 times. Then Yellow answered back before the final score was 6-2 in favor of Black. So Zachary Black got the tip.
This is a
Thanks again to Coach
demonstration of
LaFontaine for
Wirecast.
the eyes, which have been around deflections and shots from the point a lot more frequently than mine have been, so he's a lot quicker on those than I am at spotting the deflections out in front. He was able to identify the goal scorer as Zachary Black, number 14, the ex-Dallas sniper of the WSHL. So the red team are within 2. Still plenty of time, just over 20 minutes worth. Another point shot and a chest save is made in goal by George
This is
McVeigh.
a demonstration of Wirecast.
We're going to step aside for just a brief second, folks. I'm going to try to put another headset onto this mixer here and try to see if I can snag Coach Curtali for a few minutes. Stay with us.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that delay. Trying to track down Coach Curtali. Unfortunately, he's behind the red bench right now, seeing to it that they complete this comeback. They're down 4-2, so Coach Curtali down there doing his thing, so he's not available. We do, however, have the Jersey Shore Wildcats' newest head coach, Corey Lieberman, standing by. So, Corey, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time to join me up here. I know the folks listening really appreciate it, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So, Corey, aside from being the Jersey Shore Wildcats' newest head coach, what's brought you here to this camp to observe some of this talent?
Yep, so I, like I said, I just took over here in Jersey Shore, our affiliate of Wichita Falls. Was head of the scouting here for Mr. LaFontaine and Coach Nelson this past year in Minnesota and Wisconsin area, and told them I'd love to help out any which way I can and hope to find some players here for my team as well.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate you coming down, taking time out of your schedule to help us out. There's a nice shot. Nicholas Blastera of the Red Squad has just drawn them to within one. So it's 4-3. Blastera with his first goal of this camp. Side snipe, high glove on number 19, George McBay, the black goaltender. So it's now 4-3. So Red starting to mount a comeback. There will be no blowout here, it looks like, as there was a little bit last night between black and gold. But noticed quite a few names, maybe a couple of names from the New Jersey Shore, or the Jersey Shore Wildcats that are here at this camp. One of them being David Weisberg, who's got a goal to his credit. You know any of these guys? Are you familiar with some of them?
Yeah, I mean, a few of our guys are here trying to, better themselves, make it to our affiliate here in Wichita Falls. And I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them yet, but I'm excited to get out to Jersey here middle of August and kind of get our camp started. And like I said, pull a couple of players here from this camp. The talent and the level of compete level has been, through the roof so far. It's only Friday. We got 2 more days of it, so I'm excited to see what we got coming out of this camp.
Absolutely, and the Jersey Shore Wildcats, of course, a team that has made such a name for themselves the last couple of seasons. They have really taken their their organization to new heights. The last couple of seasons, I believe they're on currently two back-to-back championships from the NA3 EHL. Their old league, of course, those leagues merged with the NA3, so they'll be part of a much bigger picture now. But still, lots of success the last couple of seasons, so the expectations of winning there are pretty high. So does that put a little bit of pressure on yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. A lot of shoes to fill there with Coach Brule. He's done a tremendous job so far. He'll be here in attendance here shortly this afternoon, so it'd be good to kind of get together with him, kind of get some players here. But yeah, like I said, it's a big shoes to fill. Like you mentioned, 2 straight championships, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Excited to get the ball rolling.
If I'm not mistaken, at one point last season, they were at just an absurd mark. I think it was around mid-season. They were 16-0 at one point. It might have even been more than that. I just remember writing a brief recap on their progress. It was pretty incredible. And, of course, some of the talent that was responsible for getting them to that point at this main camp here, showing what they're made of, showing what they can do.
Yeah, like I said, it's been we've had some tremendous success in the past few years, and I only hope to continue that. And like you said, it's been a lot of it can attest to Coach Brule and the GM staff that's there, and they've done a tremendous job of picking the talent. And like I said, the talent here is even crazier how much better they're getting. So it's going to be exciting to get everything rolling and see what kind of players show up for camp and get that going.
So Corey, you also mentioned to me earlier you played out at Minnesota State with Coach Nelson earlier in your hockey career. Is that right?
Yep, correct. Yeah, I played Division I with Coach Nelson, and I also played with Coach LaFontaine's son, John Paul LaFontaine in Mankato as well. So it's kind of how I got my foot in the door here with Wichita Falls, is through the Mankato connection, and since then it's opened up new opportunities for me, obviously with the head coaching job here in Jersey Shore, and only hoping to improve myself from there.
There you go. And there's a kid on the ice right now, Judge Schultz, number 22 in red, who the Mankato East boy. Anything you know about him? I know Coach Nelson's really excited about him.
Yeah. So Mankato is combined of two schools there, Mankato West and East. I was actually a Mankato West guy. Growing up, know these guys very well. So big rivalry there in Mankato, but Judge Schultz is one of those players that's kind of a little water bug. He's fast. He's always around the puck. He's going to do everything right for you. Kind of like a hockey rat. He just loves to be around, the rink. And I only see good things coming from Judd. And I think it's been, he's had a good camp so far. We can only hope it continues here throughout the weekend.
If I'm not mistaken, Judge Schultz, another young man who's on the Wildcats protected list at the moment. Here's an opportunity, and a shot goes just high. That was Ty Cozano with the rip that went just over the crossbar. We've seen some good opportunities from the black team's defense. Brendan Coughlin, in particular, had 2 goals last night, had a shot tonight this morning that might have been a goal, but it was redirected anyways, so it still went in. HC Dallas product, Brendan Coughlin, doing a tremendous job. Ty Cozano, we've said his name a few times. Trevor Henson, a 6'3" defenseman out of Afton, so lots of talented defensemen on this black squad, and now Coughlin unloads another bomb from the right point. By number 5 in red, Kelly Morgan, the new red goaltender Sharks.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Your score. Red have scored 2 unanswered. They are right back in this one. Again, undefeated at Kyle Nelson set up Matthew Taylor for a shot that went over the crossbar. So, Corey, I won't keep you around here. Really appreciate your time, though. Thanks so much for swinging by, taking time out of your scouting to provide some insight to the fans tuning in.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you having me. And like I said, I'll be here all weekend. If you need me, I'll
This is a demonstration
love to help
of
any way I can.
Wirecast.
Absolutely. Sounds great, Corey. Thanks again.
Yep, thank you.
And that is the Jersey Shore Wildcats head coach, Corey Lieberman, providing insight on what he has seen thus far through the first early stages of this camp. Great having all these
This
tremendous
is a
hockey minds
demonstration of
right at my
Wirecast.
disposal to my left, who've been great about volunteering their time to come over here and speak on some of these players who they know a lot better than I do. Matthew Stewart ripping the shot, the ex-Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knight. His bid denied by Kelly Morgan again in red. Tending goal now for black, Jacob Weatherly. Springfield Junior Blue. Red shot, Isaac Kobinia.
This is a demonstration of
Not a play.
Wirecast.
4-3 the score. And after scoring 2 unanswered, Black have been trying really hard to make sure that Red does not complete that comeback and make it 4-4. I'm not even sure. Nobody's told me what will happen if the score remains tied after the regulation time is up. But it's something that they might have to figure out if they haven't done so already. I believe it went straight to a shootout
This is
when
a
we were in Michigan.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Ryan Burnett and Garrett Van Wy, if I'm not mistaken, each with goals. Look at the moves there by Joseph DiGiulio. He split right through the defense and took a shot. Denied again by the pad of Kelly Morgan, who's having a good start to his day. Here comes Isaac Kobiena. I'll have to double check the pronunciation on that one, but he is on the Wildcats protected list. Shot from the left circle, snagged by the glove hand of Jacob Weatherly. Corey
This is a
Hurtubise
demonstration
denied.
of Wirecast.
So 10 minutes remaining, 4-3 the score in favor of Squad Black. Protecting a delicate lead. They had a 3-goal lead just a few minutes ago, and that has since dissipated. Judge Schultz, Mankato East boy, turns a shot on goal, and a shoulder save is made by Jacob Weatherly. Twisting with it, Ty Black had a goal earlier.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Zachary Black did, rather. Not sure if the two of them are related. They're both from the Dallas area, so I'll assume so. Both Blacks on the red team playing against the black team. And Red will exit their own zone. And here comes Blake Ripley. Filters it through a couple of bodies, turning with a shot on goal, denied by Weatherly again.
This is a demonstration of
Spencer Kimball.
Wirecast.
Low to the side of the net. Red buzzing, trying to tie this game up, and looks like taking a tumble was Joseph Alexander. Gets back on his skates and rejoins the play. Blake Ripley. Cross now for Judd Schultz. And, Corey Lieberman, the Jersey Shore Wildcats' new head coach, described Judd Schultz as a water bug. All over the place. Rink rat as well. Loves to be around the rink and around hockey.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Feisty player, 5'11", 155 pounds, so he'll probably want to add some meat to his bones, but he's got the right idea. He's got plenty of time, a 98 born. He is someone who has come in with pretty high expectations of at least making the All-Star game, possibly the Wildcats' 30-man roster. So 8 minutes And in the
This
second
is a
period,
demonstration of Wirecast.
score 4-3 Black. Ty Black with the puck on his stick. Throw it across the offensive zone and pinching to keep it going there. Robert Phillips of the TPH Thunder. Isaac Kobiena.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
On the half boards, Red trying to keep it alive, no luck, and here comes Black. It's Albert Moreno. He shoots and he scores. Alberto Moreno, rather, one of the few Black players who had not scored yet, has just done so, and it's 5-3 Black with 7 minutes to go in period 2. So 5 different goal scorers for the Black squad, all forwards, although one shot was generated from the point. It was redirected by Stephen Nisbet. Aside from that,
This
all
is
goals
a
have come directly
demonstration
from
of
off of
Wirecast.
forward wrist shots. Joseph DiGiulio with that goal from the corner that went 5 holes. Zach McKenna with that 2-on-1 goal. Alberto Moreno with the far side snipe. Stephen Nisbet with the redirect, and David Weisberg, who got the ball rolling, scored the first goal of this game, or the first goal for the Black team, at least. David Weisberg, the Jersey Shore Wildcat, formerly known as a Jersey Shore Wildcat. He's, of course, hoping to make the big squad here at this camp. So Black have
This is a
added
demonstration of Wirecast.
a little bit to their lead. Now it's 5-3. But Red have not given up. Matthew Stewart will intercept it and clear it. Here's Kyle Nelson. Walking the blue line, he turned it over, patrolling it, defending him, Corey Hurtubise. Slap it off the glove of number 9 in Black, Blake Sibley. Kyle Nelson swings it out.
This is a demonstration
The
of
Black bench.
Wirecast.
Corey Hurtubise handled it. Now here comes Ty Cozano. Another offensive-minded defenseman on this Black team. 5.5 to go. Time starting to dwindle on the Red squad, trying to keep their undefeated streak going, but Black look to be in control at the moment. Andrew Negov.
This is a
Pete
demonstration
Dallas
of
still have not gotten
Wirecast.
confirmation as to the pronunciation of that name. That's a tough one. I'll have to talk to Coach Curtali about that since he is from HC Dallas. I'm sure he coached him at some point. Sloppy handling in the Black zone. They finally get it out, though. 21 in Red collects it. John Scala, one of the 3 Red goal scorers in this game.
This is
Nicholas
a demonstration
Blastera,
of
Zachary Black,
Wirecast.
and John Scala each with goals for the Red team. So 8 different scorers. Here's a 2-on-1 and a ripper of a shot. It goes through the net mouth and wide. Left point, Spencer Kimball. High in the air and it's snagged down. No problems there for Jacob Weatherly. If I'm not mistaken, has a clean sheet going.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
7 in Red, whose name I do not have on this roster sheet. Did have a goal last night. Christian Wilson, if I'm not mistaken. But he scored the first goal of this entire camp. 10 in Black, James Wattier slides it into the slot for a backhand shot, diving out at the goaltender, Kelly Morgan, who makes the stop. He's only been beaten once.
This is a
Coming in,
demonstration
Kelly
of
Morgan, that was a
Wirecast.
snipe and a half. Not much he could do about it. By Alberto Moreno. Someone who, despite undoubtedly impressing some of the scouts here with that cannon of a shot, will not even be eligible to play for the Wildcats this upcoming season because he was born in the year 2000. He's too young. It's just crazy to think about, isn't it? Players born in the year 2000 or even later. I think there's a 2001 on this list.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Bet. Leaves it for David Weisberg. Nisbet comes off the boards with it, and he's checked immediately by a couple of players in red. Not going to let Black run away with this game. They're going to try to keep the lead tight. It's 5-3 at the moment. Puck is centered and unable to tuck it home. Weisberg got the pass from Nisbet. Good right pad save made by Kelly Moore. The puck out.
Of Wirecast.
2.5 to go in game 3, game 1 of the day. 5-3 the score in favor of Black, who look to be on their way to becoming 2-0 at this camp. One team will fall to 0-2 later this afternoon. Another will improve to 1-1. Blue versus yellow is next. Here comes 24 in Black, Ricky Carballo.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Ranger turned it over after entering the attacking zone. Puck flipped on goal from center ice, nearly 100 feet out, and Weatherly made the routine stop. In red, Blake Ripley. Had a pretty strong game. We've seen him all over the place. The team Wisconsin native. Cozano will get it out. And whistle blows. I think it might have
This is a demonstration
gone out.
of Wirecast.
Oh, time winding down for Red, so their undefeated streak will come to an end. They drop their second game. Black looks like will improve to 2-0 at this main camp. And from what we've seen from them, that should not come as a surprise. They scored 6 goals in their first game, which led everybody in day 1. And 5 different players tallied. The one who got 2 was a defenseman. So they're just a very balanced team, Black, no question about it. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can stand a chance against them the way they've played thus far. Exit their own zone. Good forecheck put on by Joseph Alexander, but he lost it right back to Peter Hatton. Had a goal last night. Here comes Ty Cozano. Shot blocked. Number 4 in red, Garrett Anderson's probably been their best performing defenseman in this game.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The orange helmet and the orange socks. You can tell he was an Omaha Lancer at one point, Omaha AAA Lancer, the USHL's junior affiliate team. Ben Lown will be playing on the big club presumably this upcoming season. So that does it. Game 1 of the day, game 3 of the camp comes to an end. 5-3 the final in favor of the Black squad as they exchange fist bumps.
Of Wirecast.
Congratulate their goaltender Jacob Weatherly, who had such a strong showing. So Black improves to 2-0 at this camp. Red falls to 1-1. Again at 5-3 the final. The goal scorers, there were 8 of them, and there were 8 goals, so you love to see that. Joseph DiGiulio, Zach McKenna, Alberto Moreno, Steven Nisbet, and David Weisberg for Black. As for Red, Nicholas Blastera, Zachary Black, John Scala. Black had the game all under control. It was 4-1 at one point earlier on in the second half, but things turned around pretty quickly. 2 unanswered for Red, and they got themselves right back in it, made the score 4-3, and then Black just started to run away with the game, made it 5-3, and Red was not coming back from it. So again, 5-3, your final. That wraps things up for Game 1 here on Day 2 of the Wichita Falls main camp at K. Yeager Coliseum. Again, for those of you listening, it's free to the public. If you've got time to swing by for a few minutes and watch some hockey, it'll be your first and only chance to do so. About a month and a half or so until the regular season starts, though there may yet be an exhibition here at K. Yeager Coliseum. We're still working on the details on that. We haven't confirmed anything. Presumably it'll be against the Lone Star Brahmas in early September. If we do have it, it'll be either September 2nd or September 3rd, I believe. So, of course, stand by for news on that. But aside from that, there won't be a whole lot of chances for you to come and enjoy some
This
hockey
is a
at K. Yeager
demonstration
for
of
at least a month.
Wirecast.
So if you have the opportunity to swing on by and take off work for a few minutes, by all means, do so. A lot of talent here at this camp, that's for sure. A lot of very young and skilled players doing everything they can to become a big part of the next generation of Wildcats talent. So we're going to take a break and make sure I switch the graphics here on this YouTube broadcast and get the blue versus yellow
This
stream
is a
ready to go.
demonstration of
In the meantime,
Wirecast.
stand by, everybody. We'll keep this stream up. No need to switch over or anything. Just go ahead and leave the YouTube stream going, and we'll switch over to the blue versus yellow game here in a few minutes.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Braxton do? Braxton do?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Well,
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Volunteer that was here, lady in the kind of peach color dress.
yeah.
She said she thought he might be here today at 12. All right, we'll come back around 12 and he'll just start asking around till he finds him.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Where are the locker rooms at? Down along here as well? Okay, so I'll just tell him along somewhere along. Cool, thank you. You're welcome.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
There's not a whole lot going on in the summer. Pretty quiet around here. Kind of hold down.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
A lot of answering phones, making graphics, flyers, that sort of thing.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So welcome those of you who have been listening on YouTube back to the live audio stream here from the K. Yeager Coliseum. I'm Alex Von Koitel. Happy to have you with us listening and taking time out of your Friday morning to enjoy a pretty rare opportunity to catch some Wildcats hockey in the midst of a dry and hot summer. The Wildcats have hit the ice, or players who hope to be part of the Wildcats organization in the near future. Nearly 80 young men at this camp trying to prove themselves and show what they can do. Some of them have come in with the understanding that they will not be making the Wildcats team this year because they're not even eligible age-wise just yet, but just for the experience alone and playing for some of the great hockey minds of the sport, around some of the great young talent in North America. So it's been great to see, and it's been an excellent camp so far. As far as the skill has been concerned, pretty similar to what we saw up at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Almost as much speed as we saw during the regular season with the Wildcats. So the players who have come here, who have come here have a full understanding of what's going to be expected of them should they make this team, because you haven't seen a whole lot of selfish play. I've said it a few times at this camp now. That's not what the Wildcats are all about, and these kids realizing that, trying to not do anything that might hinder their chances of being further scouted and considered the Wildcats' 30-man roster. So blue and gold playing against one another now. Starting in goal on my right, that is the blue goaltender, number 7, Roman Malkov of Beltire. And on my left, it looks like, can't see that number, it looks like 17, Rio Virgo, the ex-Grey Highland Wolf. He's in his last year of junior eligibility, a 6'4", 210-pound goaltender, so a big boy in there. Had a lot of good saves last night against the black team. Unfortunately, couldn't help his team on the path to victory. Both of these teams, blue and gold, both lost game 1. And there's a stuff attempt and a goal. Number 14, Bobby DeFreist, who is at the first camp up in Orchard Lake, Michigan. So DeFreist with the goal. It's 1-0 blue very early on. DeFreist, the ex-Portland Pirate, the 99-born forward. Right-handed shooting. Strong presence out in front of the net. Good goal for Bobby DeFreist, and it's 1-0 blue very early on, less than 2 minutes in. So of these two teams that are on the ice right now, yellow took the worst of the beating yesterday, getting ultimately defeated 6-2 by the black squad.
This is a demonstration
actually had the lead to start the game and gave up 4 unanswered goals, and it was all downhill for them from there for the most part. But here's a BB from the point that was blocked by a couple of blue sweaters. Bobby DeFreist again. Lost it after crossing the yellow-blue line. Two of the forwards on the ice today for the blue team, Yager and Jet Larson, played together at Shattuck St. Mary's.
This is a demonstration
They're also
of
brothers.
Wirecast.
Wearing pretty much the same equipment, standing the same height, wearing numbers 16 and 18, which are it's about as similar as it gets. To tell the difference between them, but hey, if we get a Sedin situation next season, we're not going to complain. Again, that's Yager and Jet Larson. Jet, the younger brother to Yager. Both of them 5'11", 176 pounds.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Comes yellow into the blue zone. That is number 18, Brendan Werstein, who had a goal last night. A strong power move to the net, but he eventually lost it behind the blue goal. Ricardo Regala is tripped up. Goes shoulders first into the end boards after falling down. No penalty will be called. Last night, if I'm not mistaken, only one penalty was called throughout the entire day.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The way they're doing it now, it looks like penalty shots are just given to whichever team draws the penalty or draws the foul. Given a penalty shot from center ice, everyone else chases is typically how it goes. That's how we did it up at Orchard Lake. Can't quite remember if everyone chased the penalty shooter last night, but don't think it was a goal. It was sent wide. I believe it was C.J. Walker.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Penalty shot for yellow. 1-0 Blue, 5 minutes into the second game, game 2 of the day. And after which we're going to have a brief break from 12:15 until, well, a much larger break than I thought, until 5 o'clock. That'll be the next game. Red versus yellow play at 5, blue versus black at 6:45.
This is a demonstration of
There will be a
Wirecast.
goalie skate from 12:30 to 2, but we will not be broadcasting it. We will not be streaming it. So we're gonna, after this game is over, we'll shut this broadcast down, put up another stream on Facebook and on Twitter. A few hours later for the red versus yellow game at 5 p.m. That puck goes out of play. 1-0 Blue, 26 minutes to go in the first half of game 2 of the day.
This is a
Blue versus
demonstration
gold.
of Wirecast.
Us, the Boston Bruin, junior Boston Bruin, won the faceoff cleanly. Intercepted. Number 9, don't have his name. Number 9 in blue. We got a different tint of blue as well. Looks like we might have run out of jerseys. Michigan, we were so hard pressed to make sure that everyone had a jersey that had a different number, and from time to time it was difficult making sure that happened. There were so many kids, not enough jerseys to go around at one point. Joseph Trezula with a shot, chest save and a beauty. Number 7, Roman Malkov keeps his clean sheet alive.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Malkov, a Russian goaltender, played the last 2 seasons at Bell Tire with the U18 team, had a very strong season last year, a .935 save percentage with Bell Tire, and 1.87 goals against average, so has been very impressive up in the Tier 1 EHL. Here's a partial breakaway for number 22 in blue, Hayden Smith, who fired over top of the crossbar. Missed the net.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Another one-on-one rush for blue. Nice deke, but he lost possession. That was number 16, Jager Larson. Jager couldn't get it back. It's picked up in the slot off a turnover, and the puck bounces towards the blue ice. It's cleared off the left skate of number 4 in blue, Michael Massaro. Here comes yellow. That is Brendan Werstein.
This is a demonstration
Slides it into the
of
slot.
Wirecast.
Got out of position a little bit, Malkov. Official blows the whistle, blowing play dead. Looks like the net was off its moorings. It looks like the puck was either went off or looked like it was underneath the net. Not sure how that happened, but it was not a goal. That's why he blew the whistle Triple Dead. There won't be a lot of whistles or stoppages. The whole point of this is to see
a
as much hockey as
demonstration of
possible,
Wirecast.
as few stoppages as possible. So here's Seamus Donahue. Nice outlet pass. He finds Matthias Kovac.
This is a demonstration of
Romania
Wirecast.
/ Hungarian. Not sure how he can be from both countries at the same time, so I'll have to look that up on Elite Prospects. Shot turned aside there by the goaltender Rio Virgo.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Find anything on him on this website, so perhaps I don't have the right spelling of his name, but it says here he's from Romania / Hungary. Another Eastern European perhaps to join the mix. Tommy Weber and Saxon Green crash the yellow net. Look out, that puck nearly went straight into the yellow bench. Had some velocity to it as well. Sterling Cooper. Pocket pick, now it's Donahue. Off the right side boards, blue into the yellow zone, and a glove save made by the yellow goaltender.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Zimmerman with the point shot. Zimmerman got a taste of playing for the Wildcats last season. Played here a few games before the winter break. He knows just is to play at the K. Yeager Coliseum in front of some raucous home fans. Played against the Lone Star Brahmas as well, so a big rivalry game. After having just gotten a taste of it, you can bet Joven's going to do everything he can to make the full-time team this year. He's on the defense now, fortunately for him. Jet Larson fanned on the wrist shot. Ricardo Regala manning the left point, keeps play alive. Now it's Joven behind his net. Failed to clear it. Reed Schaefer. Shanley puts it behind the net. Jacoby McGowan of the New Jersey Wildcats. Pinned up in the corner by Eric Huss.
Wirecast.
I think that's the other. We've seen two Jersey Shore Wildcats. The Cats Tier 3 affiliate team. We're now part of the NA3HL, which will include over 40 teams this year. So it'll be interesting to see how that league fares. The league just below this one. Jacoby McGowan was playing last season. He was a part of a two-year championship team, consecutive years. The Shore Wildcats under the reign of Eric Brule, who is now replaced by Corey Lieberman, who took the time out of his scouting to join us on the last game's broadcast in the second half. He's been here helping Coach Curtali and Coach Nelson scout out the future talent. But the players coming down from the Jersey Shore Wildcats who have grown so accustomed to winning and success, and they want to do that at the next level here at Tier 2 juniors. Dragging a shot from C.J. Walker, denied by the blue goaltender, Roman Malkov. C.J. Walker on the Wildcats protected list also had a strong game last night against Team Black. His team just could not ever find any kind of chemistry, really. They haven't quite been able to get their feet off the ground yet
This
here
is a
either.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Still trailing 1-0, 18:30 to go in the first period of 2. Game 2 of day 2 here at K. Yeager Coliseum in Wichita Falls. Second and final main camp. Free admission to the public if you want to stop by. CJ Walker will leave it for a quick wrist shot, denied by the right pad of Malkov. That was Logan Kappas with the shot. Good touch pass in front of the net, turning and shooting. CJ Walker denied by Malkov.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Walker's parked out in front of the net. Logan Kappas has it right circle. Play it deep as it's thrown through the goal mouth there by number 19, Tanner Weisgarver. Bounces high in the air, glove down, nearly corralled there by 22, Hayden Smith. As it eventually bounces into the little photographer box. Cody Wooten, the Wildcats photographer, Brian Deathridge, the Wildcats trainer down there, enjoying the game
This
from a
is a
bird's eye view
demonstration
right
of
between the player
Wirecast.
benches. Adam Bricker wearing number 1 for blue, ex-Arizona Bobcat. Another 2000 born, just here for the
This
experience
is a
and the
demonstration
experience
of
alone.
Wirecast.
A good exit. Here comes Bricker. Could have a 2-on-0 here. He leads the rush. Left side takes a shot that was blockered away by the goaltender, Rio Virgo. Calso. Great keep at the left point. Skate to stick play made by Saxon Green.
This
Shot on
is a
target. Stick save
demonstration
made
of
by Virgo.
Wirecast.
Kovach will exit the yellow zone. Airmails the puck out to center. It's intercepted. Bobby DeFrice, the only goal scorer of this morning's game, blue versus gold, leaves it off for a backhand shot taken by number 3, Kevin Kaur. Great stop again by Virgo, who's only conceded 1 here in the first 15 minutes or so. Still with the clean sheet, number 7, the yellow goaltender, or the blue goaltender rather, Rowan Malkov.
This is a demonstration of
See how long he can
Wirecast.
keep that alive. Yellow, Alexander Rowe had the Yellow's first goal of yesterday's second game. Gets it out into the blue zone.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
96 born. Last year of eligibility. Hard to believe, but that's as old as the kids are going to get this year. Those who were born in 1996. The Nick Rosa crowd. We'll see if Rosa decides to come to the Wildcats this season. If he not one of the top guns for the Sioux City Musketeers.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
USHL. Jovan Zimmerman behind his net. Puck bounces high in the air. Seamus Donahue will collect it. Seamus Donahue, a veteran in the British Columbia Hockey League with the Penticton Vs. Highly touted player coming into this camp. He's on the Wildcats 25-man protected list. Which means that
This is a
other teams allowed to even talk to him.
Wirecast.
Zula beaten to it by his goaltender, Rio Virgo. Long point shot blocked and kept in the yellow zone. 21, it's Jackson Shanley. His shot off target. Yellow will look to get it out. Here's Nikita Penzov, the Russian, down the left wing. Puts it behind the net of his fellow
This
countryman
is a
Roman Malkov.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Malkov put it past Penzov. Now it's 14, Ryan Austin. Austin for yellow will try the wraparound. Left pad save made by Malkov. Ryan Week keeps it alive in the blue end, but not for long. The Shattuck boy, Jet Larson, he will dump it in. Larson's on the ice right now. Yager and Jet wearing their Shattuck St. Mary's burgundy. All too familiar for Wildcats
This
fans, with
is a
both coaches
demonstration
LaFontaine
of
and Nelson having
Wirecast.
coached there in the past. Have accumulated quite a bit of talent from there as well over the years. Alex Falconer played against Ryan O'Connor of the Topeka Roadrunners. Here's a pass from Jet to Yager, his shot blocked. Brother-to-brother play there. It's Yager keeping it in the offensive zone. Puts it deep into the corner. Hayden Smith, fortunate enough to be
This
playing
is
on a line with two
demonstration of Wirecast.
virtually twins. Oftentimes we saw with the Vancouver Canucks and the Sedins skating around, whoever else was on that line with them benefited greatly from the chemistry the Sedins had with one another. Puts it low behind the blue net, Tanner Weisgarber. Malkov lets it go. Had to be careful with that puck that rattled off the post ultimately. One-time shot. Flutters well wide. I don't think Daniel Goodwin
This
got
is
all
a
of it.
demonstration of
Yellow's still buzzing,
Wirecast.
trying to tie this game up. It's still 1-0 with a dozen minutes to go here in the first period. Of two, 32-minute halves. No stoppage time. So you hear whistles from time to time. The clock keeps running. Goodwin with another shot. This time gets all of it, and a big chest save or shoulder save made by Roman Malkov, who continues to shut down the Yellow attack. He has not conceded a goal yet through the first 20 minutes.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Regala pinned up by Matthias Kovac. Thick and blew her out.
This is
Adam
a
Bricker
demonstration of
using his
Wirecast.
speed. The 2000 born leaves it off. Good cross ice pass on the right wing, and looks like the blue team aren't going to be able to make anything out of that. Though it was a very nice pass. Number 9 in blue, whose name I do not have, made the pass. I'll be sure to get it in between periods here. Here they come again. Bricker finds 9 in blue. He's hooked, and a penalty shot will be called against Yellow. So blue with a chance to go up 2-0 here.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So Landon Michwiak on the penalty shot is stone cold by the Yellow goaltender Brock Thompson, who is in now. So Roman Malkov out for blue. In for them goes Gage Overby. For Yellow, Rio Virgo's out. Brock Thompson is in. Landon
This is a
Michwiak,
demonstration of
number 9
Wirecast.
in blue, who is, according to Coach LaFontaine, was an Dallas HC product. He was just denied on the penalty shot, so very early on, a test for Brock Thompson, who had just come into the game and had to face a penalty shot already against a pretty skilled forward in Landon Michwiak. Schaefer puts it behind the net. James will exit his own zone for Yellow on the back check.
This
Intercepted.
is a
Saxon Green
demonstration
starts
of
it the other way for
Wirecast.
blue. Tommy Weber forechecking. Nice spin to elude the forecheck by Jovan Zimmerman. Jovan just couldn't get it out. I think his clearing attempt went off the official. Here's Alex Rowe. Alexander Rowe will drop it off for the trailer. Here's the shot, and a glove snag made in goal by Gage Overby. 24, Ryan Keir, the man shooting the puck. The ex-Cleveland Barons. It was a good shot Short side
This
high.
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Overby with a good glove save. Nothing still remains a score. 8.5 to go in period one. The only goal scorer of this game was Bobby DeFreist very early on into the game. DeFreist was at the Wildcats' first main camp up at Orchard Lake, St. Mary's.
This is a demonstration of
And born,
Wirecast.
so he will be part of the younger generation. Should he make the Wildcats' 30-man roster at the start of training camp. Price has been named to an international team, a U17 for the United States. Native of Coral Springs, Florida. Can't help but wonder if he knows Austin Bolio and Justin Kappelmaster at all from the same hometown. Seeing more and more talent come out of that area now than we ever have. In yellow is Ryan Austin. We'll drop it off for Nikita Penzov. Blue has iced the puck, but they're not going to call it. Daniel Goodwin. Ryan Austin.
This is a
A
demonstration
mishandle
of
and Blue right back on the
Wirecast.
attack. Jet Larson sets up his younger brother, Yager, or older brother, rather, Yager Larson. Yager with a good back check after having lost the puck. And we've seen the Larsons passing back and forth to each other. They're looking for each other out there, that's for sure. Here comes C.J. Walker. C.J. with a shot and a goal. C.J. Walker, what a rip from the high slot. He carried that in. What an individual effort by him. Carried it in pretty much single-handedly and ripped it.
This
Glove
is a
side
demonstration of Wirecast.
on the goaltender, Gage Overby. Beat him cleanly. What a shot that was. Extremely hard, accurate, and that's why he is on the Wildcats protected list. The ex-Notre Dame Hound has been recruited by the Wildcats for such a long time, and now you see why. This is his first year of eligibility. He's got a really good chance of making this team straight out of Notre Dame as just a 17-year-old. So very impressive stuff put on display there by C.J. Walker, who just turned 17 a few months ago. And what a goal from him. He has tied the game up for yellow. It is now 1-1. Bobby DeFreist, C.J. Walker, the goal scorers for blue and yellow, respectively. I don't know. I guess we're calling them gold now. In Michigan, we call them yellow. We'll call them gold here. New bench boss, new terminology.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Kevin Kaur through the middle of the ice. Yellow's going to reset here. Six in blue behind his own net, Ricardo Regala. Flies the puck up through center. Try to drop it off for a man in the slot. That was Hayden Smith. No luck.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Shot from the slot taken by Reed Schaefer. That was turned aside by the goaltender. Number 14, Brock Thompson. Yellow's goaltender at the moment. Not sure if they're switching off halfway through periods or what the deal is, but some teams have 3 goaltenders, some have 4, so I guess the coaches down there just have to do the math. And when I say coaches, it's basically volunteers.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The real coaches are all up top, scouting. Wildcats' real coaches, I should say. Most of the men below have or do actually coach at some point, somewhere. Goes out of play in the yellow end, so blue with an offensive zone opportunity on the faceoff here upcoming. 1 your score. We're nearing the end of the
This is a
first half
demonstration
of game 2
Wirecast.
here in day 2, the Wildcats main camp. Couple of saves with the pads. That's 3 in a row. Brock Thompson turning aside 3 blue shots.
This
Go
is
by
a
Saxon Green,
demonstration
who
of
slides it into the
Wirecast.
slot, and there's a goal for blue. Number 14, Bobby DeFrice, has got his second of the hockey game. He was set up beautifully. Couldn't quite was who fed him the as 2. What a game he is having. He's regained the lead for his team. Blue up 2-1 again. As he goes 5-hole on Brock Thompson.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Buck bounced off of number 9 in yellow's head. Point shot blocked. Kept alive, centered. It's Mitch Viak who couldn't shoot. Bobby DeFrice looking for a hat trick. Put it through the blue paint. Sterling Cooper. Ryan James in the corner.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Onto puck scrum favoring yellow. A few pushes and shoves. Finally, the bounce takes it yellow's way, and they're going to exit their own zone. For 12, Ryan James slams on the brakes and clears it down the ice. Alexander Rowe gets it low for Nikita Penzov. Penzov and Huss both fighting hard for the puck. It's kept alive. Penzov turns one just wide of the net. Quick, hard shot, but a little bit off target. .66 in blue is Tommy Weber. Leaves it behind the blue net, and they're going to exit their zone. Weber with a good bank pass to himself off the sideboards. Could not get it past Seamus Donahue. Ties up a stick, wins the puck. Good stick work there by Seamus. He's still pursued by the guy he took it from, Tommy Weber, but he leads it back into the attacking zone. Look at the rush here by Seamus Donahue. Excellent defense, which led to some offense. Another protected player in the Wildcats organization. Expected to make the 30-man roster at the end of the month or start of the next month. Hot centering pass, jumps away from Jager Larson.
This is
Comes
a
Eric
demonstration
Huss.
of Wirecast.
Dump it in. Yellow resets with just a few seconds remaining here in period 1 of 2 at the game 2 in day 2 at the Wichita Falls main camp at K. Yeager Coliseum. Free admission to the public. Stop on by if you want to catch some Wildcats hockey. We'll not have too many more chances to do so in the coming month or so. That wraps things up for the first half. 2-1 the score in favor of blue. Though they've got 2 goals, they've only got 1 goal scorer. Bobby DeFrice has both of them. And for yellow, it was all C.J. Walker. Tremendous individual effort made by him to put the puck low glove side. It was a beautiful shot taken by C.J. Walker. So a couple of players, big names coming into this camp, living up to the hype. Bobby DeFrice, C.J. Walker with the tallies for blue and gold. We're going to step aside. Period 2 will be next. Gold, blue. 2-1 again, your score in favor of blue. When we come back, we'll have covered to the second half of this game before taking a break for a few hours. Again, the third game of today will not be played until much later. 5 p.m. is the start time for red versus gold. So we'll try to get another guest up here for the second period in a few minutes. But first, we're going to step aside, take a short break, refuel, and we'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Thanks.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Period 2 of 2 in game 2 of day 2. Lots of twos going on right now. 2-1 your score in favor of the
This
blue
is a
squad.
demonstration
Both goals
of
came off the stick of
Wirecast.
Bobby DeFreist. The only yellow goal came off the stick of CJ Walker. Both players pretty highly anticipated and highly touted coming into this main camp, and both of them living up to the hype surrounding them, that's for sure, in the first period. So the second 32-minute half taking place right now, after which we'll be taking a pretty lengthy break between 12:15 or so, whenever this game comes to an end, until 5 o'clock. That will be our next
This is a
scheduled
demonstration
broadcast. We'll
of
see if
Wirecast.
I'm able to stream at that point, and we might have some problems because of the hotspot I've been using to stream from starting to run out of gas. Bandwidth or gigabytes, whatever you want to call it, starting to run low. So eventually I'm going to have to find a new way to stream. This was only a temporary fix that I've been using because it's been running so smoothly since we started using it. But unfortunately, we're going to have to find a new way, so maybe we can find get a hold of the Wildcats owner, Roy DeVault, have him head over to Selsiemore. It pays to have one of your owners also own a cellular company in town, so maybe he's got a few hot spots laying around there that we can stream from. If not, we might have to lay off the broadcasts at least for the rest of the day, but we'll see. We'll be sure to keep you posted. That's a goal for yellow. This game is tied. Like that puck took a crazy hop off the end boards and hopped right back out in front of the net.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Never giving up on it from the start. It was the eventual goal scorer, number 16 for yellow, Alexander Rowe, who's got his second goal of the camp. Now Walker, CJ Walker, and Alexander Rowe, the two goal scorers for the yellow squad, have wasted no time getting this game tied back up just 2 minutes into the second half. Both of these teams have yet to win their first game at this camp, both trying to do so now.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So far, every team has scored at least twice in every single game, so that's good to see. In blue, Landon Michniak, Salt Lake City Moose in the WSHL. Also played for HC Dallas under Tony Curtali the year before that, before heading to the WS. 18 points in 40 games with the Salt Lake City Moose. Michniak got the puck on his stick right now as he kicks it to his stick across the yellow line. Well, the blue line, the yellow-blue line. That sound a little bit confusing. Saxon Green. Nice pass for Michniak, who's shot wide left. It's Keller, Texas native. 42 points in 36 games with the Tampa Bay
This
Juniors.
is a
Pretty
demonstration
strong
of
year up in the
Wirecast.
SPHL. Yellow, Logan Kappas. Driving towards Matthew Massaro, defended it well. Backpedaling, it's Ryan Week in his own zone in the yellow end. Tending goal now, it's still Brock Thompson for yellow, and it looks like for blue it is still Gage Overby.
This
So
is a demonstration
imagine it
of Wirecast.
halfway through this period. Well, goaltending changes, will the coach? Not quite halfway through it, I'd say a good 10 minutes into it or so. At the left point, heavy slap shot taken by Matthew Massaro, but it was blocked by the yellow bodies standing in front of the net. 6 in yellow, Ryan Week.
This is
Walker
a
again.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Good stick handling, but he's bodied down eventually. He got he deked John Minich out of his jockstrap a little bit, but finally Minich just played the body on him and knocked him down. Boy, does C.J. Walker have some good hands, but always expect guys to just roll over and let you deke all over them. At some point, they're going to just knock you off balance, knock you off the puck, and that's what John Minich did there, and kudos to him. Well defended.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Kevin Cooer for blue. Donahue wanted it. He gave it up through the middle of the ice for Sterling Cooper, who lost it past Bricker. Now it's taken again by Cooer and sent to Seamus Donahue. Plays one hotly off the glove, and it's batted down by Jacoby McGowan. Yellow back into the blue zone. Number 18 in yellow is Brandon Werstein. Put it off the goaltender. Gage Overby made the stop.
This
Blue,
is a
Jacoby
demonstration
McGowan
of
centers.
Wirecast.
Quick shot denied, sprawling down the goaltender, and another slap shot blocked. Fortunately for him, because that would have been an empty net goal for Kevin Cooer had his shot gotten through the traffic. Jacoby stick lifting, number 9 in yellow, nicely. Eludes the reach of Seamus Donahue, who will have to double back out to center. Up, splits the ice with a nice pass. Blue nearly in on a 2-on-1, but it was well defended.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Clear it. Also and Cooer are back for blue, and the puck ends up going over top of the net. Out of play. There's few defensemen, 3 on the ice
This
right
is a
now, listed at
demonstration of
6'3".
Wirecast.
Shortage of size at this camp. Maybe one of the areas the Wildcats struggled in a little bit was their size and their grit. Until Trent Dillinger came on board, the Cats didn't really have a big, heavy-hitting forward. They had some feisty guys, Adam Goodsir, Austin Albrecht, and the like, but didn't really have any pure intimidators. And under the new reign of Coach Curtali, something tells me that might change a little bit.
Of Wirecast.
Oh, and that one nearly bounced into the net. Centering attempt that bounced off a skate and off the inside of the post. Nearly a very fortunate goal. But fortune was on the side instead of Brock Thompson. I believe it was Clayton Brown who took behind the yellow net. Spinning with it there, it's Alexander Rowe with a goal in this game right now. It's 2-2, 8 minutes into the second half. 24 minutes to go before the second half comes to an end, and we'll go on a little bit of a break before red versus yellow at 5 p.m. There will be a goalie skate again at 12:30, but we will not be streaming it. Come by and check it out. Head to the K. Yeager Coliseum on 5th Street in Wichita Falls. Admission is free to everyone.
This is a demonstration of
Yellow on the rush. What a BB that was. Holy smokes. Is that C.J. Walker? I can't quite tell. He's got a red helmet. No, it is not. The number, that is 15. That's Nikita Penzov. We've seen a couple of hard, heavy shots from him, and that was another one. My goodness, folks. That was a howitzer. Exploded off of his stick. Now Walker, Rowe, and Penzov, the goal scorers for Yellow, who now have their first lead of this hockey game.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
BB just beat the goaltender, Gage Overby, cleanly, glove side. It was really just a point shot after just having entered the zone. That was Jeff Baum-like. Here he is again. Backhander, Overby the save. Eric Huss pursues it in the corner. Yellow buzzing to add an insurance goal here. Twisting and turning with it. The blue exit with a 2-on-1.
carried down the right wing and centered for a shot return pass, and that's another goal. Blue answer right away. Landon Michniak, the goal scorer, and it's all tied up at 3. Back and forth, up and down action here. Love to see it. Really exciting. 2 goals within a matter of seconds, both for opposing teams. First from Penzov, answered nearly immediately thereafter by Landon Michniak. Now, the Salt Lake City Moose played for Tony Curtali 2 years ago. He's got it again. And something tells me Curtali specifically requested Michniak come to this camp because he has been somebody who has stood out to me at least.
Of Wirecast.
Speed and his stick handling ability. Very skilled forward. Yeah, born in 1998. Still some time left if he does not make the team this year.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
That was the first Blue goal scored by somebody other than Bobby DeFreist this entire game. DeFreist now with 2, Michniak with 1. 3-3 your score with 21 minutes remaining in the second half of this game. Non-stop hockey, no stoppages, very few whistles. CJ Walker will just clear it, wasting no time. He goes to the yellow bench, completes a line change.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Kept alive at the blue line for Blue, Jonathan Calso, and it leads to an opportunity there for Bricker on his backhand. Turning with it, it goes wide. Nice stick there by Bobby DeFreist, but he couldn't keep it in the offensive end. As a result, it's a 3-on-2 for Yellow. Good drop pass, quick shot, blocker save. The goaltender, that's Mike Newberger in net now for Blue, and for Yellow, it looks like Al Rogers is in goal. The goaltending change has been made. The third and final time. Oh my goodness, what a BB. That's a bar down shot, and that's the hat trick for Bobby DeFreist. Those of you listening on YouTube, I'm sure you heard the ring of that post. Bobby DeFreist with a hat trick. That's 3 goals. We've seen 2 shots in this game, 2 that have just been absolute howitzers. The first from Nikita Penzov and that last one from Bobby DeFreist. He will undoubtedly be the first star of this game when it comes to its end. Yellow trail once again after going up for a very brief time. Blue stormed right back and scored 2 unanswered. Look at the confidence on his skates. Seamus Donahue into the attacking zone, deking through everybody, but he turned it over eventually. Bricker will airmail the puck down the ice. Bounces a little bit wide of the goal there. Al Rogers will just let it go. Picked up in the corner. 3 or 4 players scrumming for it, one of whom Jovan Zimmerman, who ultimately wins it. Jacob Gray goes down. Another HC Dallas boy. Crossing the blue line, it's Ricardo Regala. Here comes Ryan Keir for Yellow. His shot blocked by a blue stick.
Of Wirecast.
Ryan Week keeping it in the offensive zone for his squad. Yellow buzzing to tie this game back up. The right point, Joseph Trezula, the ex-Omaha AAA Lancer. His shot didn't get through all the traffic, got through some of it, bounced into the corner, and now Blue will try to exit. Jacoby McGowan does so. Oh, big body check there, delivered by Ryan Week. And number 10, Sterling Cooper for Blue.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Week pushes up the body there on Matthew Massaro. Fancy toe drag there by Tommy Weber. Stick handled well with without a whole lot of space in the corner. Kept alive at the blue line by John Minnick.
This is a demonstration
Tommy Weber,
of Wirecast.
left half board, slides it into the slot. Puck stolen and fired that rattled and ricocheted off the glass. Jackson Shanley with the bullet. 3-year Shattuck player, now with the New York Bobcats, or most recently. He's going to try to play for the Wildcats in his last season of junior eligibility. Jackson Shanley, who has it now. Ryan Austin. Drop it down low. That's Daniel Goodwin leading the rush for yellow. Austin.
This is a demonstration
This center,
of
too many bodies in
Wirecast.
front of the opposing goaltender, Mike Newberger. Yellow still in the attacking zone here. It's Eric Huss. Another rush for blue, but it was well read by number 9 in yellow. And the puck goes the other way. Shot off the pad, backhand on the rebound, denied again by the goaltender, number 13, Al Rogers, with a couple of strong saves back-to-back. Yager Larson turns it on net. Rogers with the stick save. Into the corner it goes. Saxon
This
Green.
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Yager playing now without his younger brother, Jet. Instead with another ex-Shattuck St. Mary's player, Jackson Shanley, who's replaced by the other Shattuck boy, Jet Larson. So 3 Shattuck players all on the ice at the same time at one point. Was another player who the Wildcats were expecting to have in, who played his last season at Shattuck St. Mary's, who knew Coach LaFontaine extremely well. But after hearing the news, he decided he no longer wanted to come to Wichita Falls, which was difficult. Marcus Chorney at Shattuck right now, but Wildcats will be able to move on without him. Just unfortunately a waste of a spot on the protected list and a waste of a tender as well. So Marcus Chorney will not play for the Wildcats this season in light of the news. But fortunately, he has been one of the few who has decided they were no longer interested in playing here after Coach LaFontaine was hired in Muskegon. Great to see that guys are still committed to coming here. Just about everybody's still committed to coming to Wichita Falls, when in truth a large amount of them were drawn to play here for the sole purpose of playing under Coach LaFontaine. But they know what a great atmosphere it is to play in this building, how great the fans are here, and how great Coach Nelson has been trained in the arts of John LaFontaine. They know that the organization remains in good hands despite the change in leadership.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Tony Curtali being the winningest head coach in the history of the North American Hockey League. You can see why people want to play for him. Reed Schaefer for blue. Up to Bobby DeFreist already with a hat trick. But his team nursing a tenuous 1-goal lead here. The Baker's dozen remaining on the score clock. Blue up 4-3. DeFreist with 3 goals.
This is a
Landon
demonstration
Michniak with
of
1.
Wirecast.
As for yellow, Nikita Pensov, Alexander Rowe, and C.J. Walker, the goal scorers. Here comes Adam Bricker. Played it down with what looked to be a high stick. None called. Seamus Donahue clears it. Matthew Massaro back behind his own net. Banked it off a little bit dangerously and gave it away. And a quick shot from number 7 in yellow, denied by the blue goaltender, Mike Newberger. Joven with the shot for gold. Gold or yellow.
This is a demonstration
Newberger
of
with the save.
Wirecast.
13 showing on the clock. 4-3 blue. Offensive zone face-off won by yellow, but cleared. And James will give it across the ice. Newberger had to come out of his net to play it. Took a funny hop off a stanchion. This is Matthew Massaro behind his net again.
This is a
Clears it well this
demonstration
time.
of Wirecast.
Number 5 out at center, Joseph Trezula. Massaro's back behind his net once more. Up the right half boards, couldn't get it out. Massaro beaten to it down there by Ryan James. Yellow trying really hard to get some kind of sustained pressure and tie this game up. Blue exit the zone once more with a dozen minutes remaining in the second half here. Nice body check, and number 22 with the shot. That was Hayden Smith. Square to it, however, the goaltender, Al Rogers, who has made another tough save. Another howitzer that time by Hayden Smith, the Trophy Club Texas native. A little while with the Chicago Fury and Team Illinois as well. A pretty decorated career. He's in his last season of juniors eligibility at 96 born.
Of Wirecast.
Tommy Weber puts it low for Clayton Brown. Brown continuing to cycle the wagons. Jackson Shanley pinned up, couldn't do much with it. Kevin Coor tied it up in his own zone. He will wrap it around the end boards, and Yellow will get it out. Another odd man rush here. It's a 2-on-1. Tommy Weber's onside, fakes the slap shot and tried to give it across. The intended target, Jackson Shanley, well read. Looked like that might have been offside, but it was not called. Point shot taken there by Kevin Coor, rattles off the back glass. Blue working the puck down low behind the net. A centering attempt for Weber. His shot blocked. Shanley, outnumbered 2-1 in the corner, wins the puck, sets up Saxon Green in deep. Rolls slowly to the point, kept alive by Calso, whose shot was blocked. Calso picks it up at center ice. We'll deal it for Kevin Coor. Calso and Coor have been defensive partners this entire camp thus far. Nice pass through center. Looks like Jager Larson was sprung nicely there. Try to play it in deep for his younger brother, Jet. Attack's been snuffed out. Here comes Yellow back the other way. Under 10 minutes to go in the period. Yellow trailing 4-3. Logan Kappas had a blowout in the right corner. Big bad turnover from Jager Larson. Nearly taken advantage of by Tanner Weisgarver, but a good stick save was made by Mike Newberger, who bailed out Jager Larson on that last play with another save. 9:25 showing on the clock for period 2. 4-3 Blue. Again, Bobby DeFreist with the hat trick. Landon Michniak with the other goal for Blue. For Yellow, the goals scored by Penzov, Rowe, and C.J. Walker, who's got the puck on his stick now. Shovels a shot, in front shot, and that's a goal. C.J. Walker with a beautiful pass, finished off nicely by Logan Kappas out in front of the net. Kappas with the tally, Walker with the apple, and it's 4-4, and Yellow have done it. This game is tied. Goodness, what a play by C.J. Walker, and what a game he is having. This has become the C.J. Walker, Bobby DeFreist show. 4-4 the score. I know how much a lot of these Wildcats fans love shootouts. We might yet see one. I'm sure they're keeping their fingers crossed, but here come the Larsons, Jager and Jet. Jager with the shot. And Rogers with the save.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Situation last season in which a couple of brothers played together in the Odessa Jackalopes organization. Zach Zeck and Cooper Zeck. I'm sure a lot of fans out there listening remember those two. Cooper Zeck, a very skilled, young, mobile defenseman. In fact, the youngest player in the entire league last year. His older brother, Zach,
This
was
is
a forward.
demonstration of
Played
Wirecast.
center most of the time, occasionally played the wing. But Zach ended up committing to the University of Alaska Fairbanks, although he's so young, I'm not sure he'll go there straight away. I'm sure he'll probably play another year at juniors, so he might yet be in the division again this upcoming season. And boy, was he ever tough to stop for the Wildcats. Very deceptive, undersized, but very skilled defenseman. So even though
This is
two
a
of them played completely
demonstration
different
of
positions, we
Wirecast.
saw a lot of chemistry between the Zach brothers. On odd man rushes, we saw a couple of 2-on-1s, which they really made defenders look silly. We haven't seen too many odd man rushes there between the Larson brothers, but we've seen a lot of good passes. They're on each other's radar at all times, that's for sure. Here's a little quick odd man rush. Here's a shot that goes off the post. Beautiful pass. Adam Bricker took the shot. He was set up by Landon Michniak,
This is a demonstration
who's
of
been all over the
Wirecast.
place. Michniak waits for Bricker to cross the line, and he will dump it wide of the net. As this camp goes on, you'll start to get a feel for who's probably going to make the All-Star team. Be relatively or close to half the
This is a
kids who are playing right
demonstration
now
of Wirecast.
will be making the All-Star team. The other half will be cut and sent home. Joseph Trezula slaps it up down the left wing. Yellow back into the attacking zone. Sharp angle shot, and my goodness, did that go in? Yes, it did. Yellow have taken the lead again. For the second time of the night, they've come from behind and taken the lead. Trying to see the jersey number. That's a shorter player, left-handed shot from the goal line. Can't quite see the number just yet. Looks
This
like that
is
was
a
24.
demonstration of
Ryan Keir with the
Wirecast.
goal. So it's another goal for Yellow, scored by another player. They've had 5 different goal scorers in this game. 5 minutes remain, and now it's Blue who have to find a way to come from behind. They look to Bobby DeFreist to get his 4th goal of the game. DeFreist with 3, Michniak with 1. Lots of other players, the Larsons, Sterling Cooper, Adam Bricker, Jackson
This
Shanley,
is a
Hayden Smith with some good
demonstration
chances
of
for Blue, but
Wirecast.
none of them have been able to find Twine. Goaltender with a good outlet pass up the middle of the ice there. Confident play made by the goalie Mike Newberger from the Saddle Lake Warriors. 10 in gold is Eric Huss. Shoots it well wide of the cage. Now it's Nikita Penzov. Penzov, who had a bullet goal earlier from the left point. Just what looked to be a routine wrist shot, but
This
rocketed
is a
off his stick
demonstration of Wirecast.
what I'd venture to say at least 85 miles an hour. Shot out of a cannon. We got a feel for the goaltender Mike Newberger on that shot. So here's Penzov now working it in the corner and shooting again. My goodness, what a shot he's got, but a glove save was made this time by Mike Newberger. Penzov really displaying that shot accuracy of his and the shot strength. Just a quick little deceptive snapshot that just
This
rockets
is a
off his stick. It's really fun
demonstration
to
of
watch.
Wirecast.
Looks to be a pure sniper, the likes of which the Wildcats did not have a whole lot of last season. They had a lot of good passers, a lot of good skaters, not a lot of pure goal scorers. Adam Goodsir probably the closest one to it. Ryan Burnett perhaps as well. Good glove save there by the Yellow goaltender Al Rogers to keep his team up by 1 with 3:12 remaining in period 2.
This
5-4
is a
your score in
demonstration
favor of
of
Yellow,
Wirecast.
who have turned this game around twice, hoping to hold on to it this time. Bullet goes high and wide from Tommy Weber from the top of the right circle right off the faceoff. Jonathan Calso, Kevin Coor holding it along the blue line for now. Calso has to turn back, swings it up into the middle. Tommy Weber mishandled it, but it went fortunately right to a teammate's stick. Good pass in front of the net. One-time shot denied by a sprawling goaltender there and Al Rogers, who made the save. Working it in down low, it's Sterling Cooper who took the shot that was denied
This is
by
a
Al Rogers. Here
demonstration
comes
of
Yellow on a counter rush.
Wirecast.
They could have a 3-on-2 here if they hurry. It's Tanner Weisgarver dropping it off for Penzov, whose shot is denied by Mike Newberger again. Strong chest save. Yellow back in their own zone. Got a 1-goal lead. We'll see if Blue decides to pull their goaltender here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the second half. Here comes Seamus Donahue.
This is a
Lost it
demonstration
after
of
having just
Wirecast.
crossed the yellow-blue line. Blue back into the attacking zone. Sent back the other way. 19 on the left wing. It's Tanner Weisgarver calling for it. CJ Walker gets in the slot and fires. He ripped it just wide of the right post. Nearly had his second goal of the night, his third point. Just missed. Time winding down. 5-4 the score. I don't think Blue's going to try to pull their goaltender, Mike Newberger, in
This
favor
is
of
a
a sixth
demonstration
attacker
of
here.
Wirecast.
They've got a defensive zone face-off that they better try to win. Yager Larson out there along with a fellow ex-Shattuck player, Jackson Shanley. Ricardo Regala. Up down the right wing. Jackson Shanley's pass a bit too far for Yager
This is
Larson.
a
Good steal by Walker,
demonstration
who's
of
in.
Wirecast.
Didn't have a whole lot of real estate to work with. Didn't get quite the shot away that he would have liked. Here comes Blue once more in an effort to tie it. Blue's goaltender stays in the net. 1-point shot. Swallowed pretty easily there by the goaltender. The cheering you heard was because of a big body check delivered immediately after the shot was taken. 32 seconds remain. Blocker save made in goal by Newberger. Matthias Kovac.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
5 and Blue desperately trying to get it out. And a whistle blows. The goaltender's been knocked down and the net's been knocked askew. So I think that's going to just about run out the time. So 5-4 looks like will be the final score here in this game in favor of Yellow, who've got their first win of the camp. The goaltender now, Al Rogers, celebrating. This game is over. Blue with the defeat. They drop to 0-2. Yellow with the victory improved to 1-1 in this second main camp here in Wichita
This
Falls,
is a
Texas at the K.
demonstration
Yeager
of
Coliseum.
Wirecast.
Again, 5-4 Yellow, the final score. Yellow had 5 different players score in that game. Blue just had 2. Bobby DeFeist with the hat trick for the Blue squad. And Landon Michniak added the 4th goal. Logan Kappas, Nikita Penzov, Alexander Rose, C.J. Walker, and Ryan Keir each found twine for the Yellow squad. So a very balanced attack we saw from them. So that wraps things up for game number 2
This is a
of
demonstration
4
of
here today. There will
Wirecast.
be 2 more games played later. Red will play Yellow, both teams 1-1. They'll be playing each other later at 5 p.m. this afternoon. We'll try to broadcast that. We're not sure if we'll be able to. I'll do everything in my power to make sure we can find a way to support a YouTube broadcast, find an internet stream available that's strong enough to support a YouTube broadcast here via Wirecast. So if not, we'll just be sure to continue providing updates on Facebook,
This
Twitter,
is
and
a
the rest of our
demonstration
social
of
media sites.
Wirecast.
5-4 the final score here. Red again, gold play again. Yellow yellow at 5 o'clock, and then 6:45 will be the final game of today. It'll be blue and black. And day 2 of our second main camp in Wichita Falls will come to an end. In the meantime, we're going to have a goalie skate. We will not be streaming it. Take a break from the broadcast booth for a little while. Presumably, we'll be back online at 5 o'clock to bring you coverage of Red
This
versus
is a
Gold, 2 teams who are both
demonstration of
1-1.
Wirecast.
Gold, who just won today, and we'll be very much looking forward to that game later on this afternoon against the Red squad. 5 different goal scorers, so they've really been clicking or firing on all cylinders, have Yellow, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do against a team that just lost in pretty disappointing fashion here earlier this morning. That's it for now, everyone. We're going to grab some lunch, take a break, be back after the goalie session,
This is
and
a
hopefully bring you coverage of red versus
Wirecast.
yellow at 5 p.m. Till then, so long everyone, and thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.